Oh yeah. On Ohana, there's going to be some really exciting stuff to look forward to here. As long as it's not a 9-pool, and even then, it's going to be something cool.
It'll be the coolest 9-pool you ever did see. It will be wonderful. All right, folks, welcome to Ohana. These fellows right here, these fine folks are going to be going up for elimination, which just indicates how ridiculous this tournament is, considering how many people have been knocked out already and how much talent is being essentially thrown into the pit as a result of just an incredibly stacked lineup. We got this guy right here. We'll change the colors in a second. He is, of course, from the team MVP to the southeast. Playing Zerg, it is goo versus his opponent. Oh yes, this man. The IPL employee, as people are calling him. Possibly even the Italian stallion, considering his boxing career up to this point. To the northwest, it is, of course, TSL HyuN.
And from here...
So far, so standard for the moment. No 9-pools to kick us off. Good news. Good news for all.
Ohana is a map, though, where a lot of 10-pools can be standard. The distance isn't as far as most, so it's nice. I wonder if they were going to go 15-pool or 15-hatch. I think 15-hatch is kind of the greedy way of doing it, and 15-pool is like, I think I can beat you in a long game.
I've got to think that both of these guys are feeling pretty confident there. And honestly, for all of the bluster surrounding HyuN, he has only played one Zerg in his entire Fight Club career.
And that was life, right?
It was, yeah. I mean, and what a Zerg, right? Just life.
GSL final.
Yeah, just the GSL champion, who actually just got knocked out by Snoot in a big surprise. And Snoot is actually currently winning on stage versus Bomber. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
With some unbelievable play.
Go Snoot.
Yeah, Snoot with the clutch changeling blocking the supply depot. Yeah, it was that was incredible. Snoot is actually rocking it right now over on the main stage. So if you're wanting to see that TvZ, then by all means. But if you're into Zerg versus Zerg, then this is the place to be, because this will be one of the ages. So we have a slight differentiation in builds up to this point. Gas has been taken here by goo. No sign of gas as of yet from HyuN. Just starting to get, there we go. So that's a little bit later here. So what would you anticipate at this point based on this gas timing?
All right. Well, DRG at this point is kind of saying, I don't think you're 10-pooling. I think you're playing really standard, and that's why I got the gas first into the spawning pool, because if the 10-pool happened, then he just loses. So he guessed right, and what it's going to enable him, like the only benefit in these two builds for DRG is that he's going to have speedlings earlier. He's going to have map control earlier. He's going to threaten earlier. And HyuN, because of this, is going to be forced to probably throw it on the spine a little bit earlier. And, I mean, there's a chance that HyuN even feels pressured enough that he makes a Baneling Nest with 4 speed. That probably won't be the case, but there's a chance to do that.
Well, let's see how this turns out. There's the speed. And the double queen follow-up here from goo. That's now been spotted. HyuN knows that this is researching.
Yep, for sure, for sure.
And HyuN is not playing Protoss. I should just point that out. This is not some crazy TSL strategy to throw off the opposition. No, he's in fact playing Zerg.
Yep. All right. Good deal. Good deal. And there's the speed. There's the little bit of timing extra that we're going to see from DRG here. And I don't know. I don't know yet if he's gonna go for it, if he's gonna abuse it or not.
He might. It can be risky, certainly, especially going up the ramp on Ohana and then get suddenly caught out and horrible things happen to you. We've actually seen a number of ZvZ end in that way just because someone got a little bit overconfident, a little bit impetuous, like, yeah, I've got speed, I can do everything. And in fact, they actually couldn't. HyuN, just a minor little supply block in that build there, so just a little hiccup, nothing major. Zerg supply blocks are... Oh, it's always weird to even comment on them. It's like, oh, Zerg supply... Oh, never mind. There's 36 lava there and 9 overlords. That's not actually a supply block at all. But we do have the defensive Baneling Nest coming down here from HyuN, which is, why aggression from goo, which is coming. I mean, there's 14 Zerglings coming in.
There's the spine.
Yeah, the spine going down. And a Baneling Nest coming in of his own. This aggression could certainly be dangerous. It could backfire pretty hard.
Yep, so what you're looking at here, I think, is both these players, I think, are going to go Muta. Like, I'm already going to say that.
Okay.
DRG, what he wants to do here is he made all of these mineral Zerglings.
Yep.
And HyuN is going to have to make some Banelings.
Yes.
If he doesn't kill him, if nothing else, DRG really wants to trade some of these minerals for some of the gas. And if we're, see on the back of this, DRG is throwing down another extractor here.
Yeah.
And he knows, like, okay, there's no way HyuN is greedy enough to throw in an extractor while I'm bringing this many Zerglings just to kill him. So he's going to get that gas lead. He's going to go into
so close on that queen as well. He's doing decent drone damage here. I have to wonder just how effective that attack was. I don't believe he killed a queen.
He got one.
Did he get one? Yeah, it went down in the brawl there. Almost took a second one. So killing the queen was pretty good. Kills 3 workers and loses what? 7 speedlings in trade. Totally worth it, right?
For sure. And the fact that he hasn't made any of his own banelings. He's made 1, right? He even has his lair almost finished. Like, his mutas are going to be so much quicker if he can get to them. Yeah. HyuN is potentially going to kill him right here for being a little bit too greedy, though.
Well, he's got some more banelings on the way. However, there's a ling already coming up. It's going to start a little nibble. He realizes now, better than ever, if we can get in there before the spine comes up, that will be a big deal, especially if those banelings don't detonate efficiently. Well, let's see where he goes. And there is the cancel 2 for 2. Oh, a big splash in, but he doesn't get the follow-up. And the lings are trying their best to get around there just to finish off a couple, and that's cancelled out. So a decent defense there for DRG, I would say. Not amazing, certainly. He could have traded a lot better in that situation, but he stays alive, and the Spire is on its way up.
That's what he needs. That Spire is going to let him take a third earlier, put pressure on potentially HyuN's third if he goes for it. And HyuN might even know now, I don't know if he got to see the lair, but either way, he has an idea that I probably can't go mutas. Yep, saw the lair timing. So now he's going to try and go Roach probably into Infestor 2-base Turtle for at least a little while.
Probably the best thing he can do at the moment. And once again, just
little supply block.
Yeah, that's the second time it's happened. And, you know, again, for Zerg, it's not that big a deal. As we've said, you know, it's a case of, oh, I've got lava. So I can eventually just spend that in one big clump. Getting supply blocks as Terran is disastrous. A little less so for Protoss and even less so for Zerg. That's just the way the mechanics actually work for each race. But I'm interested to see how HyuN holds on to this. We're looking at the possibility of, I would say, maybe 6 meters, maybe 7. And how is he going to hold on to that? He's researching +1. He's bringing another queen onto the field. That will take him to 3. Not a huge number, but if he's only on 2 bases, which he's not, he's actually going for a third. So that means he's really spread out, especially since his creep hasn't really started going in that direction yet.
Yeah, and oh man,
DRG run by could be a cancel right here. That would, well, there you go. He gets a cancel and gets an efficient trade on the banelings as well.
This is a queen. Oh,
he could certainly.
Scary.
It is a little bit, but there we go. 7 Mutalisks on the way. 12 Lings as well. Infestation Pig coming in as well. Spore Crawler coming down here. 3 for HyuN, of course. And that cancellation is, I mean, that's pretty bad because there's a very real possibility the Mutas go and hit it again.
Yep. Now think if it was a little bit later, he could maybe even move a Spore there, and the creep would extend there a little bit earlier. He does have the creep tumor, which is going to help him a lot, but that's energy on the queen that's not going to be able to transfuse the queen as well. So DRG really is putting the amount of pressure he needs to. It may not seem like a lot, but just that delaying that hatchery for that little bit of time is going to make these mutas that much more effective. Yep,
they're coming in right there as we have a little bit of a melee in the center, fairly inconsequential. This is the thing which matters the most. It's actually going to go for the Overlord again. And now moves in. The Spore Crawler is just there, out of range. Queen engaging. Mutas are not the best against buildings, honestly, but there's a bit of damage done there. What is good against buildings, of course, is a lot of Lings. HyuN with the worst Baneling hit I've seen in quite some time, unfortunately, there for him. He's now going to start working at this, and he brings in some Lings as well. This is really good for DRG. If he can take another Queen, that would be fantastic. He's keeping them busy, more to the point, and DRG may very well invest this. It's 200 HP remaining. Does he go? No, he's going to pull back that. Not really sure what that was all about.
That didn't make sense.
No, that was really weird. A Ling run by at this stage would kill it, and that's exactly what he's going to go do. Have a nibble at it, and is there any transfuse energy? There is. He can do it. He can do it. He could.
Yes.
Ah, there he is. Nice save. Nice save indeed. But in the meantime, Roach hammer blow coming down on the third base.
Yeah, DRG needs to hold this third. I don't know if he's going to be able to. He needs the drones to be attacking. He's pulling them now. It's a little bit late. He's just going to run them away. Wow, HyuN is going to keep his third, kill DRG's third, even though DRG was the aggressive one with the mutas and the Lings. That's pretty amazing play.
That was really good from HyuN, honestly. That hold was absolutely astonishing. DRG with a little bit of indecisiveness, which can be a killer in this matchup, certainly. That hatch is still up. That's the point. It is producing lava. There are spores coming into place. The Mutalisk count is at 6. And it looks like, you know, he may try for the follow-up here. The snipe with the roaches. They're not going home alive. If they take that, great. But even then, they're going to die. It's a significant investment. That hatchery should already be dead. So HyuN does have a bit of an edge here.
Yeah, and DRG, he is really indecisive. right there, I was like, okay, he's gonna go for it. He's bringing his mutas. He made a whole bunch of roaches there.
Yeah.
And if you go mutas, a lot of times you don't want to go into roaches next. You want to go into infestors.
Ooh, speaking of infestors, that was a nice little grab right there. And the second one coming in. Oh, is he going to follow up? Yeah, he gets the chain on there as well. So those mutas are very, very dead indeed. And attempts to attack this hatchery have once again failed. HyuN is doing really, really well here. DRG does have the supply lead and the drone lead, however. HyuN has lost a fair number of drones. It's mostly just because he hasn't been building any. Honestly, it looked like a really low drone count. I thought, oh wow, mega harass, but actually only 9 workers have been killed. So he's just been playing on a really low eco the entire time.
Yeah, DRG is pressuring him with all these roaches and everything. So that is the unsung part of it, is the lack of drones here.
Yeah, certainly. And it may very well be the edge that DRG needs to get back into this. But so far, these attacks have not proven all that effective.
Indeed. The cool thing here is DRG is already getting his 3rd gas up, and for ZerG, gas in this situation is what we want. So you can get more infestors, you can get better armor composition. Attacking is never really what you want to do until you get that many infestors. So DRG with that gas on his 3rd, well, HyuN gets it as well. So it's around similar timing, but he's not mining it yet, I guess. So I guess that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, his drone count, I suppose, is really, really low for HyuN, so he needs minerals as well. Although, actually, I mean, he's sitting on a pretty fat bank, so maybe he doesn't.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, no, he could build a hell of a lot of lings with that if he wanted. But at the moment, we've got an army count of... It's fairly equal, honestly. The infestor count is looking much healthier for HyuN, I've got to say. 25 roaches versus 23 in that regard. More queens for HyuN as well, so any chance of an air follow-up is probably not going to happen until Broodlord, assuming that is even deployed, which usually in ZerG vs. ZerG is not. I mean, it's mostly Ultralisk in late game.
Or at least Roach Hydra Infestor or something like that as well. Oh, wow. HyuN
he's on his way.
Going for it.
Yeah, and he's got 3 queens to support it. That's going to be quite a lot of transfused energy. Unless, of course, he loses his entire right flank to a really good fungal there from NMrUUG. I guess we're about to find out. Queens at the front buffering a lot of damage. Going to go down. No transfuses going on as of yet. And this is a big, big mess. But DRG is looking like he may be able to overrun it. But these infested Terrans might be the ones that decide this particular encounter. Another transfuse goes down on the Roach. And it looks like they may very well be enough to break this barely right here, as HyuN is able to overwhelm the defenses.
Just wow, that extra infestor, the extra upgrades, I think 2-0 to 1-0. That upgrade just barely didn't finish for DRG in time, and now he might not even be able to kill him. This is where that drone is going to let DRG make 18 more. He's making 18 more. He's even making a dropship for whatever reason. He's looking for the late game. He thinks he can hold this.
Well, let's see if he is right. HyuN's investor energy is really, really low. Nice little surrounds coming in right here from the Roaches as they come in to reinforce. And HyuN is actually backing off now. This looks like it's going to be a solid hold here for DRG if he's able to pull it off. Needs to watch out because reinforcement Roaches actually came in, and that was a horrible concave there for DRG, whereas HyuN had a really good positioning. HyuN now moving in with extra Roaches, and it looks like he may very well be able to take out that 3rd base. He's continuing the pressure. More reinforcements are coming across the map. DRG's got to get that good engagement arc, and right now he can't get it.
Yeah, even though it's equal supplies, like too many drones for DRG.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, isn't it? Usually you think, oh, drone count, that's great, right? Not in this case. GG, ladies and gentlemen. And the first game of this best-of-3 series goes to HyuN. That was some solid, solid play there.
I wouldn't have made that decision. To attack with queens there, to bring everything and just
It's an interesting one.
He even got all that clumped up fungal and still managed to pull out there.
Yeah, he did. That is so impressive there by HyuN. Really, really good. And DRG looked really strong for a while, honestly. The Mutalisk attack was well planned out. He obviously knew what he wanted to do. Kill the 3rd.
Yep.
Didn't get it. And
so close.
Yeah. He really was very, very close indeed. I feel he could have committed more. If you wanted to sacrifice the Mutas for the 3rd, fine. But obviously he didn't want to do that, which is understandable. Absolutely. You don't want to throw away that much gas just to kill a base, surely. Not in that position. But the follow-up didn't work out for him. It's like, oh, I'm just going to send the Roaches to kill it. Didn't kill it. Yep. And then the Mutas get fungled and killed. Also didn't kill it.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're playing someone again like the level of HyuN. Like you have
HyuN
a plan
is
and just
a monster.
Yep.